In a world where people are pushed to fit into boxes, like leaders, followers, or team players, there's one type of man who stands apart. He doesn't want to lead a crowd, and he definitely doesn't want to follow one. He moves quietly, thinks deeply, and acts on his own terms. This is the Sigma male. Unlike alpha males who crave power and attention, or beta males who prefer safety and routine, Sigma males ignore the social ladder completely. They don't care about rank. They don't want to impress anyone. They live life by their own rules, in their own time, and in their own way. This is what makes them so unusual and so fascinating. Sigma males are not easy to spot. They can be successful, smart, and even social when they want to be. But they don't stay in the spotlight. They don't chase praise. And they don't follow the rules just because everyone else does. These traits set them apart in ways that many people don't understand. In this video, we're diving into 6 powerful reasons why Sigma males are far from normal. And we've got the proof. From their quiet confidence to their refusal to conform, these men break the mold in every way. They don't need approval. They don't need a crowd. And that makes them rare. If you've ever felt like you don't quite fit in, like the usual rules of society don't make sense to you, you might relate to what we're about to explore. These reasons don't just show how Sigma males are different. They show why that difference is real, deep, and sometimes misunderstood. Let's start with the first reason. They simply don't follow the rules like everyone else. Reason 1. Nonconformity. The number one reason Sigma males are far from normal is simple. They don't conform. While most people follow a path laid out by family, school, or society, Sigma males build their own. They don't care what's expected of them. They care about what feels right to them. This nonconformity shows up early in life. In school, a Sigma male might question the rules instead of blindly following them. At work, he might avoid office politics, even if it means missing a promotion. In relationships, he won't settle into common routines just to look normal. He'll only commit if it feels honest, not because it's what he's supposed to do. Society is built on systems, schools, jobs, social groups, that reward people for fitting in. Most people are taught to seek approval, earn titles, and follow a clear path. But Sigma males aren't interested in those rewards. They don't need attention. They don't care about group praise. Their satisfaction comes from staying true to who they are. This makes them hard to control and hard to label. They might dress differently, think differently, or take life in a totally different direction. That often confuses people. Others might ask, why don't you just do what everyone else is doing? But that question makes no sense to a Sigma male. He's not trying to be different, he just is. Being a nonconformist doesn't mean being a rebel. Sigma males don't break rules just to cause problems. They're not trying to start a fight. They simply don't see the point in doing things that don't feel real or useful. If a rule makes sense, they'll follow it. If it doesn't, they'll walk away. This mindset also means Sigma males are good at spotting fake behavior. They don't fall for trends or follow crowd thinking. They can see when someone's being fake just to fit in. And because they refuse to play that game, others often respect them, even if they don't understand them. But this same attitude can also lead to isolation. Since they won't change just to blend in, Sigma males often walk alone. They may not be part of big groups or social circles. Some people admire that independence. Others see it as strange. Still, Sigma males don't care what others think. They would rather be misunderstood than be fake. That's why their nonconformity is real. It's not an act. It's not a phase. It's part of who they are. And it's one of the biggest reasons they stand so far outside the norm. Reason 2. Preference for solitude. Another big reason Sigma males are far from normal is their deep need for solitude. While many people feel the need to be around others to feel happy or complete, Sigma males are the opposite. They don't just enjoy being alone, they actually need it to feel balanced and clear-minded. Most people get energy from social situations. They like group chats, hangouts, or constant contact. But Sigma males get drained by too much of that. After a busy day, they don't want a party. They want peace. They feel best when they can think, reflect, or just relax on their own terms. This is not the same as being shy or antisocial. Sigma males can be friendly and confident. They can talk to people when needed and even make strong connections. But they don't rely on others for energy or approval. They don't chase attention. Their calm comes from within, and solitude helps them protect it. This preference for alone time makes them very different in today's world. We live in a loud, connected society where people are always texting, posting, or meeting up. Being alone is often seen as a sign that something's wrong. But for Sigma males, being alone is when everything feels right. This is also the time when they do their best thinking. Many Sigma males come up with ideas, solve problems, or work on goals during long periods of quiet. They don't need a crowd to stay motivated. In fact, other people often distract them from their bigger plans. In relationships, this need for space can be confusing. Their partner might wonder why they aren't more present, or why they enjoy long silences. But for a Sigma male, needing space doesn't mean they don't care. It means they value mental peace, and they need to protect it. Of course, this can sometimes be misunderstood. People might assume a Sigma male is distant, cold, or avoiding connection. But that's not the case. He's just wired differently. While others relax by being around people, he relaxes by being away from them. Even in group settings, Sigma males often stand off to the side, observing instead of leading or following. They might say less but think more. They're not rude. They're just tuned into their own rhythm, not the noise around them. This preference for solitude helps explain why Sigma males are so unique. In a world that values constant connection and group approval, they're content to be on their own path, silent, steady, and far from the crowd. Reason 3. Minimal need for social validation. One thing that truly separates Sigma males from the average person is how little they care about what others think. While most people spend a lot of time worrying about how they're seen on social media, at work, or in their friend group, Sigma males move through life without needing that kind of approval. They don't post just to get likes. They don't speak just to be heard. And they don't dress, act, or think a certain way just to fit in. Their self-worth comes from within, not from how others respond to them. This makes them stable, focused, and hard to shake. In today's world, most people are constantly being watched. Photos, comments, opinions, everything gets judged. For many, that leads to stress or a need to please. But Sigma males don't care. They know who they are, and they don't need others to confirm it. This lack of need for social validation also means they don't play the usual games. They don't brag, show off, or compete for status. If they achieve something, they're proud of it, but they don't need a crowd to cheer them on. They might not even tell anyone. Their goal was never attention. It was growth. This mindset also gives them freedom. They can change direction in life without fear of what others will say. They can walk away from jobs, groups, or even relationships if they stop feeling right, not because others told them to, but because it no longer fits their truth. But this independence comes with a cost. Because Sigma males don't need much from others, people can see them as distant or disconnected. They may be misunderstood as arrogant or cold, when in fact they're just deeply self-reliant. It's also why they're hard to impress. A flashy lifestyle, big talk, or popularity won't move them. They care more about realness, peace, and progress than public image. To most people, being liked is important. It helps them feel safe and accepted. But Sigma males are wired differently. Being true to themselves matters more than being liked. That's why their confidence seems so solid. It's not based on trends, praise, or social rules. In a world that runs on likes, shares, and status updates, this is rare. And it's a big reason why Sigma males don't fit the usual mold. Reason 4. Adaptability. Sigma males have a skill that makes them stand out even more. They can adapt to almost any situation. They don't need to control the room or follow the crowd. They know how to blend in when needed and disappear just as fast. This ability to shift between roles while staying true to themselves makes them very different from most people. While others might panic when plans change or things don't go their way, Sigma males stay calm. They don't get stuck. They don't freeze. They adjust. If something no longer works for them, a job, a habit, even a lifestyle, they'll quietly make changes. They don't complain. They just move forward. This comes from their deep sense of independence. They don't wait for help. They don't need approval. So when things fall apart, they're often the first to take action and the last to give up. Their quiet strength allows them to rebuild without drama. Adaptability also helps them fit into different environments. Sigma males can sit in a business meeting, join a casual group of friends, or work alone for hours. They don't need the spotlight, but they can handle it. They don't need a team, but they can lead one if needed. This makes them flexible and powerful. What's interesting is that people don't always notice this right away. Sigma males don't brag about their skills or show off their ability to adjust. They just do it. That makes their adaptability even more impressive. It's quiet but strong. They're also good at reading people. Since they're often observers, they learn how others act, speak, and respond. This gives them an edge. They can sense what's happening in a room and know when to step in or step out. That kind of social awareness is rare, especially in someone who prefers to be alone. Their flexibility also means they don't fear change. Where some people get nervous about leaving their comfort zone, Sigma males often welcome it. They know that change is part of life, and they know they can handle it no matter what. This mindset helps them grow faster than most. They're always learning, improving, and moving forward. They don't stay stuck in the past or hold on to outdated ideas. If something no longer serves them, they let it go, quietly but firmly. In a world where many people rely on systems, groups, or guidance, Sigma males stand out. They don't need a map. They figure it out as they go, and that makes their adaptability not just a strength, but a sign of how truly different they are. Reason 5. Mysterious demeanor. There's something about Sigma males that draws attention, even when they're not trying. They have a quiet, mysterious energy that makes people curious. You might not know much about them, but you want to. That's the power of their presence. Unlike people who talk a lot or share every detail of their life, Sigma males keep things close. They speak when they have something to say. They share when they feel it matters. This leaves people guessing, and guessing creates mystery. In social settings, Sigma males often stay on the edge. They're not loud or attention-seeking, but somehow they're still noticed. People wonder what they're thinking. They want to know their story. This kind of silent impact is rare, and it's one of the reasons Sigma males seem so different from the rest. Their mystery isn't fake or forced. It comes naturally. Because they value privacy, they don't reveal too much too fast. They don't try to explain themselves to everyone, and that makes others want to know more. This quiet nature also means they're hard to read. You don't always know if they're happy, upset, or deep in thought. Their calm face and steady voice keep their emotions hidden unless they choose to show them. That control adds to their mystique. People often fill in the blanks. Since the Sigma male doesn't give much away, others create stories about them, usually bigger or deeper than the truth. They might be seen as deep thinkers, lone wolves, or even dangerous types. That mystery can either attract or intimidate, depending on the person. What's interesting is that Sigma males usually don't care either way. They're not trying to be mysterious. They're just being themselves. But the world isn't used to people who don't overshare. In a time where everything is public, feelings, meals, opinions, silence becomes rare. And rare becomes powerful. This mystery also helps them stay in control. When people don't know what you're thinking, they can't easily predict or influence you. Sigma males use this to protect their space, their peace, and their goals. It's not a game. It's just how they move through life. In relationships, this mysterious side can be both a gift and a challenge. Partners may be drawn to the Sigma male's depth and calm, but also struggle to connect if he keeps too much inside. That's where trust and time come in. The more he feels safe, the more he opens up, but only when he's ready. Overall, this mysterious energy is part of what makes Sigma males far from normal. They don't need to shine the light on themselves. They just are who they are, and that quiet confidence speaks louder than words. Reason 6. Selective social interactions. Most people enjoy being around others often. They go to parties, join group chats, and keep their calendars full. But Sigma males are very different. They are extremely selective about who they spend time with. It's not that they hate people. They just don't like small talk, fake behavior, or shallow connections. Sigma males believe that energy is limited, so they don't waste it. They avoid meaningless conversations and social events that don't interest them. If they agree to meet someone, it's because they see real value in that person or conversation. Everything else gets filtered out. This selective nature can make them seem distant or hard to reach. But for Sigma males, it's about quality, not quantity. One honest, deep talk means more to them than a whole week of surface-level interactions. They'd rather stay home and think than spend time around people who drain them. This also means they don't keep a big circle. While others may chase popularity or collect hundreds of online friends, Sigma males often have just a few close, trusted people in their lives. And that's by choice. They guard their inner world carefully. In workplaces, this trait shows up clearly. Sigma males may not join every group lunch or team bonding session. They'll do their job well, sometimes better than anyone, but they won't force connections. They'd rather focus on work than spend energy making small talk. This can confuse co-workers, but it's simply how they operate. Social media is another place where their behavior stands out. They don't post often. They don't comment just to be seen. They may even go silent for long periods. That's because they don't need constant interaction to feel good about themselves. Relationships can be a bit tricky here. Partners might worry that the Sigma male is too quiet or uninterested in social life. But once they understand how he works, they'll see it's not about coldness, it's about focus. When a Sigma male lets someone into his world, it means that person truly matters. And because he's so selective, his relationships, romantic or not, tend to be deeper, more loyal, and longer lasting. He doesn't waste time on games or half-hearted friendships. When he shows up, he's fully present. In the end, Sigma males don't avoid people out of fear or hate. They do it out of intention. They want their time and attention to go where it truly counts. That kind of choice-driven social life isn't common, and it's one more reason they stand apart from the rest. Sigma males are far from normal, and proudly so. They don't follow the crowd, chase approval, or depend on constant connection. They move with quiet confidence, guided by inner values and strong personal boundaries. Whether it's their love for solitude, their calm mystery, or their refusal to conform, Sigma males live life on their own terms. In a noisy world, that kind of self-control and depth is rare, but it's also powerful. These men may be misunderstood, but they're never forgettable. They don't just break the mold, they prove that the mold never fit them to begin with.